Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today with another collectible achievement in Dad's Monster House in the form of the Lovely Memory achievement. This collectible is going to be done during the epilogue. Once you get control of your character, make sure you grab the photo album off of the nightstand right here. You're going to start out in your dad's bedroom, and your goal is to find all of the photo scraps that go into this album. So, starting out in this room, the first one is going to be found on top of this copy of Frankenstein, so make sure you grab that. We're going to start by moving to the right in the hallway next to your dad's bedroom. There's going to be 3 photo scraps right here. One on the pillar, one on the top of the cabinet, and then one right here on the bottom left light bulb. Then take the stairs up to the spider room. Make sure you grab the one by the fence. Make sure you grab the one underneath Faraday's portrait, and then the one under the graffiti. Then make sure you head to the left up onto the clock tower, and then grab the 3 right here on the floor. Hard to miss. Once you have all those, it's time to backtrack back to the bedroom. Then we're going to leave out of the left, and then we're going to be in the main hallway of the second floor. There should be 5 scraps in this room. You have one on the left side of the bench, one underneath the window. You're going to have one by the railing where the magazine is, and then finally one that's going to be under the table underneath the radio. So make sure you get all of those, and that should take care of the right wing of the second floor. It's going to be on to the middle part. Once you are here, there's going to be one right here by the arrow, one on the wall. There's one by the potted plant, and there's going to be this one on the pillar. Make sure you grab all those, and then we're going to tackle the left side of the second floor. We're going to start by heading in to our bedroom. First one's going to be on the dartboard. Then you want to make sure you grab the one under the bed, and then make sure you grab the one in this corner, one on the floor right here, and then one on the other side of the bed. Then it's going to be into the game room. We have one directly in front of us by the carpet, one underneath the TV, one to the left of the Famicom, one next to the balloon, and then one on the stone wall right here. So make sure you grab all of those, and then it's going to be back out into the hallway. Once we are out, we're going to hit up the elevator to head up into the conservatory, so make sure you do that. We're going to start out right here in the window room. There's going to be a smattering right here. One right here next to the puzzle where we got the propeller from in the main story. There's going to be one right here next to the panel. Be very careful not to accidentally press the button to take the elevator down. One on the drafting table, and then one on the sign. Then we're going to head further into the conservatory. One right next to the binary machine, one in the middle, one on the fence right here, and then one underneath the table, and then one behind the robot. Once you have all of those, that should wrap up everything we need on the left wing of the second floor. And that should take care of the second floor in it of its entirety. So we're going to head all the way down to the first floor. So just make sure you take the elevator down, back out onto the hallway, and then make sure we head back to the middle part of the hallway to take the stairs down. We're going to start here in the foyer. Make sure you grab one at the foot of the stairs, one by the fireplace. Make sure you grab the one on the welcome mat, and then one right here on the Dr. Moon sign, and then one on the middle of the floor. We're going to start by heading left into the plant and skull room. All of these are going to be out in the open on the floor, and then there's one by the skull statue. And don't forget the one in the window. Once you have all those, we're going to head into the kitchen. One right here in front of us, one in the middle of the floor, one by the kettle, one by the sink, and then one by the window, which you need to scoot behind the character to grab. So once you have that, we should be good for this area. Then it's going to be into the backyard. First area where the tree is, one right here on the side of the tree, one by the house, one on the fence, one on the left, and then one on the right side of the tree. Then we're going to go left to the garage area, one in the middle. There's going to be 2 by the back gate, one on the satellite dish, and then one in the bottom left corner. Into the garage, we are going to have this first area that actually has nothing. So we're going to head to the left into the corner where the sisters are, one on the floor, one in the bottom left, and then one on the cabinet, and then one to the right of the sign. Then it's going to be up the ladder we go. Then in this room, we are going to have 3. There's going to be one right here between the phonograph and the monitor, one on the Da Vinci portrait, and then one in the corner by the stairwell. Make sure you take the stairs up to the watchtower area. You're going to have one right here, pretty obvious, and then we have 2 by the Einstein portrait. Head back into the previous room and then take the stairwell down into the courtyard. Once you are here, you're going to have these 2 along the wall, one right here up top and then one on the right. Then you have one down by the barbed wire and then one by the chain-linked fence. Once you have all those, it's going to be all the way back. Big old backtrack now since we are done with everything in the garage. We're going to head back to the tree and then tackle the right side of the backyard. So we're going to be in the pool area. There's going to be one right here on the fence, one right here on the next summer sign. Then we're going to wrap around here and then grab the one right here next to the little faucet thing. And then we're going to have to take the ladder down and then grab the two in the actual pool, one in the center and then one by the little console right there. Take the stairs down into the lab. There's going to be these three right here that are out in the obvious open. Grab those, head to this area. There's going to be none here in the stairwell, so just make sure you keep going down. And then in the hallway before the final room, you have 5 all out in the open. So 4 on the floor and then 1 on the portrait of Darwin. Grab all of those. Into the final room, all of these are going to be out in the open, very easy. Just make sure you grab all of them off the floor. And then we're going to backtrack. We should be wrapped up completely with the backyard areas. And then we're going to head back into the house and then tackle the right side of the first floor. So make sure you take the right side to the foyer, and then we're going to slowly work our way over to the right. So just make sure you keep heading in that direction. Once you're here in the TV room, we have one underneath the sign, 2 on the floor, and then we have this one right here by the light bulb, and then one in the corner that blends in very nice. Into the secret room we go. We're going to have the 3 on the left right here. Then we have one on the post, and then one right here on the portrait of Curie. Then into the basement lab, we're going to have this one underneath Nobel's portrait, one in the scrap pile, and then you are going to have one right here behind the beakers, and then one by the bug sprays. That should take care of the secret room and the basement. Then it's going to be back up to the first floor, and then we're going to tackle everything towards the bathroom. So in the toilet area, we have 2, one on each side of the toilet, one down here by the pipes, one by the thermostat, and then one on that poster. Then in the bath area, you have these 2 on the floor directly in front of you, and then you have 3 by the bathtub, and that should wrap it up for the total amount of scraps you need. Now, you won't actually get the achievement until you actually reconstruct all the photos. So hit left trigger to open up the album, and then you're supposed to do the jigsaw puzzle for each of the rooms. So just make sure you put together every single photo. It's going to give you a significant scene regarding each of the rooms, and it should also let you know which ones you are missing and what rooms they correspond to. Just make sure you look for the symbol, and then you should be able to figure it out. Pretty easy. Just make sure you take your time and then reconstruct all the photos. It shouldn't be anything too bad. The most complicated ones are going to be 5 pieces, and the simplistic ones are usually going to be around 3. So they're nothing too hard, but it is going to take a little bit of time to put all of these together. Just make sure you put them together slowly but eventually, and make sure you take care of any that you may have missed along the way, and then just backtrack and then find that scrap accordingly. And then eventually, once you reconstruct every single photo and have rebuilt the photo album, you should be good for this last collectible achievement. And hopefully this should also be your last achievement in the game, since of course this is during the epilogue where we are done with the main story. So after reconstructing all of that, you should be good for this achievement, 50 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.